From Belle Vernon High School, it's time for boys high school basketball action here on the WMBS YouTube page as the 3-3 Belle Vernon Leopards 1-0 in Section 3 4A play host the 3-1 Uniontown Red Raiders. Uniontown 1-0 in Section 1 5A play. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream courtesy of Dr. Paul Hartley at Preferred Primary Care Physicians and Watson Mundorff LLP. And Tony, always fun when Uniontown and Belle Vernon get together.
It's always a good time down here, Brian. It's always intense, and both teams come out fired up and ready to play each other.
Uniontown's won 3 straight, including downing Albert Gallatin in their conference opener after losing to a very tough opponent in their opening game of the season against Thomas Jefferson.
And you're right, they faced a very tough Thomas Jefferson team, but since then have actually come out, played great team basketball, and Isaac Ellsworth's kind of woken up ever since that first game, went 2 for 13 against Thomas Jefferson, but since then has really put on a scoring spree for Laurel Highlands, for Uniontown over the last 3 games.
Belle Vernon has always played a very tough non-conference schedule. Losses against Bishop Canevin, Upper St. Clair, and McKeesport. The Leps with wins over Ringgold, Bethel Park, and also won their conference opener over West Mifflin on Friday by a score of 70-61.
Right, in that game against Bethel Park, they were down 14 at halftime and came back and picked up a big win. So, you know what, they've kind of been up and down, some wins and some losses, but they'll be ready to play Uniontown here tonight.
And the Leps have athletes, including Cam Jenko, averages a double-double, 12 points and 12 rebounds a game, and senior Curtis Wade, who leads the Leopards, averaging 14.7 points a game.
Well, Curtis Wade has done extremely well, but you also have Elijah Majors, who stepped up. He's come in as a sophomore, and he's averaging 12 points a game for the Leopards, so he's really stepped in. I mean, it's hard to replace a guy like Zion Moore, but when you get a guy like Majors, who's only a sophomore, good things are going to be coming this way for Belle Vernon.
You mentioned Isaac Ellsworth certainly has gotten his groove back coming off a big game against Albert Gallatin on Friday, now averaging 14.5 points a game, and he's drained 10 threes on the season.
Yeah, and he made it look easy Friday night as well. Really was able to create some space, get some shots, and knock them down. And as we said before, when Ellsworth's hot and he's feeling it, he's confident and he can knock down his 3-pointers.
I think it also helps that the current Uniontown rotation, now 2 games under their belt since they got Sheffy and Dugan back in the lineup.
Well, and that's big, especially it helps out the bench strength. But the other thing is having Dugan in there, really a point guard that can kind of run things for them. And obviously Sheffy just being so athletic, you really want him in the lineup as well.
It always seems like it's close when the Leps and the Red Raiders get together. Last year, it was Belle Vernon who knocked off Uniontown 56-55. At first, we kind of thought it was an upset there, Tony, but then Belle Vernon ends up winning a WPIAL championship in 4A.
Well, it was an upset because they started out a little shaky, but really came on, especially throughout the end of the year, and ended up winning the WPL championship. But you're right, this team's always good. In the past, Joe Salvino's always had them ready, but right now, a new coach, but kind of picking up right where he left off.
Yeah, Ricky Tyberski, who was a part of the program now, the new head coach at Belle Vernon, of course, his first year. Rob Kesmarski in his 24th year as the head coach of the Red Raiders. We mentioned always competitive. You go back 2 years ago, the 2 schools split the season series. 3 years ago, they played 3 times. Uniontown won 2 of the 3, including a PIAA play-in game.
Well, and you're right. And like I said, anytime you come down here to play at Belle Vernon, it's one of those things where you know you're going to get a tough game. You know they're going to come playing extremely well, and they want to play well. And you always have a great crowd here tonight. And although, you know, a little cold out tonight, the Steeler game, but still a pretty good crowd here for a Monday night.
And they're actually having a special ceremony here as they brought back the WPIAL championship team from last year, including the head coach Joe Salvino off to our left. And they're going to get the championship rings tonight, Tony.
Oh, congratulations. And like I said, that's a big deal, and congratulations to them.
And certainly a special ceremony. And Santa Claus is here too, Tony. And Santa's actually bringing the WPIAL championship rings.
Well, what more can you ask for? Maybe we'll have to ask Santa for one.
Yeah, I wanted to get a picture of you and Santa earlier. I thought that would have really went viral if we got that online.
I was going to say you probably couldn't tell who's who.
Yeah. We're always bringing the treats as well.
Yeah, right. I don't know about that.
Well, it should be a fun night again. Belle Vernon getting their WPIAL championship rings right now. And we'll step aside for A quick timeout here from Belle Vernon High School. We'll have the Leps and the Uniontown Red Raiders. We'll set the starting lineups. Also have our This State and Uniontown basketball history segment, taking a look at, of course, the past history of Uniontown playing on this date. And we'll have our schedule and scoreboard brought to you by Mauser's Tire Center. That and more ahead when our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues here on WMBS and YouTube Live.
Hello, this is Gary Frankhauser of the law firm of Davis & Davis. One of the most important investments that one can make is the purchase of their home. We at Davis & Davis have vast experience in handling all aspects of these transactions, including the review of contracts, the title examinations, and finalizing all aspects of the closing process to make sure our clients have a smooth and hassle-free experience. If you'd like our help in these transactions, please contact us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish the very best to all our local hoops teams this season and remind everyone that our team of board-certified specialists are highly committed to provide the highest quality of care for any and all gastrointestinal and liver problems. Call us at 724-437-7677.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Primer Rozak and Tony Anola back here at Belle Vernon High School. The Belle Vernon Leopards receiving their 2025 WPIAL championship ring. Certainly created some history earlier on this year. And speaking of history, Tony, it's time for our This Date in Uniontown boys basketball history segment. The Red Raiders, they've had some tight games here on December the 15th with an all-time record of 14-12 on this date. We'll go all the way back. The first time the Red Raiders played on this date, Tony, I don't know if you remember the game. It was back in 1922. They knocked off Mount Pleasant by a score of 53-14. Cecil Conley led the Red Raiders with 26 points, which was a big game back then.
Yeah, I missed that game. I think we were decorating for Christmas.
Okay.
Stringing popcorn.
The Red Raiders on this date in 1938 lost to Rankin High School by a score of 25-24. Paul Dean had 9 points in that game. They played on this date also in 1939 and lost to Swissvale High School 33-29. Ed Collier, the leading scorer in that game, with 12 points. On this date in 1942, right in the middle of World War II, the Red Raiders lost to Monessen 36-20. Bobby Lloyd, the leading scorer, with 9 points. The Red Raiders also lost to Monessen on this date back in 1949 by a score of 37-31. The Red Raiders with a win over California on this date in 1953. And Tony, I think you'll know the leading scorer in this game, Kenny Mishak, the former Geibel head coach, led the Red Raiders with 18 points in that game.
Right, Coach Mishak. Yeah, nice game for him.
On this date back in 1959, Uniontown defeated German Township by a score of 79-40. Ernie Epps, the leading scorer, with 15 points. The Red Raiders also with a win at Washington on this date back in 1961. Don Yates had 23, Ron Sepik with 12, and Pete Smith with 12 in that game. On this date back in 1964, the Red Raiders won at McKeesport, 68-65. Pat Doc Yates was the leading scorer with 24. I assume Doc and Don were brothers?
Yes.
Okay. On this date back in 1967, Uniontown lost to Mount Lebanon, 82-59. Bill Emmett, the leading scorer with 26 points. And Bill Emmett, along with Cecil Conley back in 1922 and Chris Palumbo, who we'll get to in a moment, all had the high score on this date with 26 points. So keep that in mind later on in our broadcast, Tony. If somebody gets over 26 points, they'll set a new high on this date in history. On this date back in 1970, the Red Raiders lost at Norwin by a score of 69-67. Jesse Hudson, the leading scorer in that game, with 23 points. On this date back in 1978, these two schools met. It was at Uniontown High School. The Red Raiders won 59-51, led by Greg Gabriel, who had 15 points. Now we're starting to get closer to some of your classmates.
I was actually at that game.
Were you?
Yeah. Yes, I was.
Well, were you at the game here at Belle Vernon in 1981 when Uniontown won 78-68? Clyde Harris led Uniontown with 21 points.
No, I wasn't at that one.
Okay. On this date back in 1987, Uniontown won at Greater Latrobe 68-54. Dana Vons with 15 points for the Red Raiders in that game. On this date back in 1992, the same two schools met, but Uniontown hosted Greater Latrobe. Red Raiders won at 85-78. We mentioned earlier Chris Palumbo with 26 points, and the Red Raiders actually had 5 players in double figures in that game. Harlan Davis had 18, Kevin Kozub had 15, Bill Emmett had 10, and Carl Middleton had 10 points in that game. On this date back in 1995, the Red Raiders lost to Ringgold 41-38. Jim Fitzgerald, the leading scorer, with 14 points. On this date back in 1998, the Red Raiders lost to McKeesport 62-59. Deere Jenkins led the way for Uniontown with 15 points in that game. Deere Jenkins also the leading scorer when the Red Raiders played Cannon McMillan on this date back in 2000. Deere scoring 22 points in that game, and the Red Raiders 67-50 win. On this date back in 2006, the Red Raiders defeated York 85-79. I remember that game, Tony, because York had Ben McCulley on that team.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Who would later end up playing in North Carolina State, correct?
Yep.
Kevin Sanders led the Red Raiders with 24 points in that game. On this date back in 2007, Uniontown defeated Greater Latrobe 74-66. Doogie Sanner, the leading scorer, with 19 points. We actually saw him as a JV official the other night when Uniontown played Albert Gallatin.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I didn't know Doogie refereed.
Yes. On this date back in 2010, the Red Raiders won against Belle Vernon. The game played at Uniontown High School. Samori Skeeter Wilson, the leading scorer, with 19 points. The Red Raiders lost at Obama Academy on this date. Back in 2012, James Pratt, the leading scorer, with 23 points. On this date back in 2015, Tony, one of the final games played in the old Thomas Jefferson Gym, and TJ knocked off Uniontown 80-67. Lorenzo Oden led Uniontown with 21 points. And the last time the Red Raiders played on this date back in 2017, Uniontown fell to South Park 79-69. Cam Fitzgerald, the leading scorer, with 19. His brother will be one of the starters, Peyton, here tonight for Uniontown.
And I think you and I did that game.
We probably did.
I think so.
Back in 2017. So that wraps up this day in Uniontown basketball history. Again, have to thank our buddy Billy Dice for compiling all that information for us. Billy watching at home, I would assume, with his son Manny rooting on the Red Raiders. We have Carl Childs behind the camera tonight on our YouTube live video feed. And we'll have more in our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, getting ready for the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Belle Vernon Leopards here from Belle Vernon High School. Here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS and here on the WMBS YouTube page.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Belle Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Haar, Jocelyn Bolitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
Brian Rozak and Tony Anilla back here at Belle Vernon High School. We're about 14 minutes away from tip time. The Belle Vernon Leopards hosting the Uniontown Red Raiders. Take a look at our out-of-town schedule and scoreboard brought to you by Mauser's Tire. Need tread this winter. Don't let the winter weather slow you down. Visit Mauser's Tire today. And Tony, with the weather the last couple of days, certainly need a lot of tread on those tires.
Well, I can tell you this much, Brian. I went to the Army-Navy game this weekend, and I went to the car dealership on Friday, and they said your tires are only 30-40%. I said, let's go with all of them. And
there you go.
It worked out well because yesterday was interesting.
Yes. We'll take a look at some other games going on tonight. Boys games, of course, with it being a Monday, not a very hefty load for boys high school basketball games scheduled for tonight. Section 1 6A action, Woodland Hills at Newcastle and Norwin, and a Section 2 6A game at Amani Christian. Non-conference boys games tonight, Calvary Chapel Christian at Environmental Charter, Southmoreland hosting Central Valley, Charleroi at California, Mars hosting Highlands, Northgate at Carlinton, Pittsburgh Christian Academy is at Beaver County Christian, Shadyside Academy is at Winchester Thurston, South Park battling Ringgold, and Yock at Apollo Ridge. But of course, plenty of girls games tonight. We'll take a look at some local action, starting first with Section 3 4A games. Laura Highlands right up the road. They're at Elizabeth Forward. Certainly be a tough game for the Lady Mustangs tonight against a very good Elizabeth Forward team. Belle Vernon's at Yock, South Park hosting Mount Pleasant, and Southmoreland at Ringgold on the girls' side. Other local girls' games being played tonight. Section 3 3A, Washington at Brownsville. Also in that conference, Charleroi is at Seton LaSalle. Down in Single A, Geibel Catholic hosting Clareton. That should be a pretty good game tonight, Tony. That's a rematch of WPIAL semifinal round game that we broadcast a year ago.
Exactly right, and a little bit different for Clareton this year. Lost their major player, Ayanna Wade, so it's going to be interesting to see how many points that Emma Larkin can have tonight, and I'm sure they're going to have a little revenge in mind tonight.
Other Section 2 1A girls games being played tonight. Avella at Monessen, Bishop Canavan at Sarah Catholic, and West Green is at Mapletown tonight. Non-conference girls games, Fraser hosting Burgettstown this evening, Connellsville on the road at Greensburg-Salem, Fort Cherry at Carmichael's. And how about the trip Uniontown has tonight, playing Turkeyfoot Valley out of District 5. Maybe that's where Billy's at tonight. Is he doing the Uniontown girls against Turkeyfoot?
He very well might. Maybe running a camera up there at Turkeyfoot.
I don't know, maybe. I'm thinking that's where he's at tonight, if I had to guess.
Got a feeling.
Yes. So that's our schedule and scoreboard, again being brought to you by our friends at Mauser's Tire Center. Don't let the winter weather slow you down. Call Mauser's Tire today. Again, 724-245-2410. That's 724-245-2410. Well, the starting lineups for you next. Uniontown at Belle Vernon boys high school basketball action. A little warm-up for the Steelers and the Dolphins tonight here on WMBS and the WMBS YouTube page.
It's a new day at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and we're bringing a new level of quality health care to our community. From primary care to specialty services, our team has always put patients first. And now, thanks to our merger with WVU Medicine, our commitment to patient-centered care has grown even stronger. With new resources, a growing staff, and advanced technology, our team is here to provide you with top quality care when it matters most. Discover the new Uniontown Hospital and see how we've grown.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Primer Osaka, Tony Anoa back here at Belle Vernon High School, about 8 minutes away from tipping it off tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders and the Belle Vernon Leopards. Tony, is your starting lineups. They're being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name but the same team, providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities. Wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County team. Tony, take it away.
All right, Brian, thanks much. For the Uniontown Red Raiders, who come in 3-1 overall, 1-0 in conference play. Their head coach, Rob Kazmarski, is assistant coach, Ware Gladman. Coach Kazmarski's starters for tonight will be number 2, Cam Dugan, a 5'9 junior guard, averaging 8 points a game. Number 5, Nolan Baker, a 6-foot junior guard, averaging 11.5 points a game. Number 11, Isaac Ellsworth, a 6-foot senior guard, averaging 14.5 points a game. Number 12, Anthony Sheffy, a 6'5 junior guard, averaging 8 points a game. And number 14, Peyton Fitzgerald, a 6'6 junior forward, averaging 7 points a game for the Red Raiders. On the other side, for the Belle Vernon Leopards, they come in 3-3 overall, 1-0 in Section 3-4A play. Their head coach, Mr. Rick Tybruski. His starters for tonight will be number 0, Luca Galani. Number 1, Curtis Wade, a 6'2 senior guard, 14 points a game. Number 13, Elijah Majors, a 5'11 sophomore guard, averaging 12 a game. Number 14, Dane Doherty, a 6'5 senior forward, averaging 8 points a game. And number 34, Cam Janko, a 6'1 junior forward, averaging 13 points a game for the Leopards.
And Tony, you look at their averages per game on the Belle Vernon side, a lot of guys are pretty balanced here. You've Curtis Wade, 14.7. Luca Galani averaging 10.2. Majors, 11.7. Doherty, 8.2. And Jenko, 12.8.
Right, and really don't go very deep, Brian. I mean, you're only talking about, when you look at the other stats, only, 3 other players that are averaging any points at all. So probably don't go very deep in their bench, and it's one of those things you got to hope that they don't get in foul trouble.
Of course, on the Uniontown side, certainly have had Isaac Ellsworth heating up a little bit, averaging 14.5 points a game. But both Sheffy and Fitzgerald have been very big down on the blocks. We saw that against Albert Gallatin. Sheffy, I think Billy said, had 6 or 7 blocks in the game. Peyton Fitzgerald also has a good in-and-out game. And, of course, getting Cam Dugan back adds to the shooting. And Nolan Baker's been hot from the outside, 6 made threes through 4 games.
Yeah, and Baker, I'll tell you what, for only being 6 foot, has actually done a really good job on the boards for Uniontown, both offensively and defensively. And you're right, we talked about it a little bit earlier with Anthony Sheffy coming back and playing for the Uniontown Red Raiders and Cam Dugan. Sheffy gives him a whole lot of dimension underneath because he can rebound, he can score, and again, as you mentioned, blocks a lot of shots. So really gives him a really good advantage underneath. And hopefully that carries forward tonight for the Uniontown Red Raiders.
I have to say hello to our buddy Ed Walensky from Sandy Howe Notary Services checking in tonight. Our live video stream courtesy of Watson Mundorff LLP and Dr. Paul Hartley at Preferred Primary Care Physicians. We mentioned before the start of the game tonight, Belle Vernon honored their WPIAL championship team from this past spring. Also got their championship rings. And you look at Belle Vernon's run to a WPIAL championship earlier this year. They defeated Elizabeth Forward 55-51 in the quarterfinals, knocked off Avonworth 57-56 in the semis, and beat North Catholic in the title game 54-49. All very close games that could have swung either way.
It could have swung either way, and they were behind in a few of those games and actually made some decent comebacks, had some players in foul trouble as well, but able to pull out 3 big wins and their first WPL championship in 47 years.
And the Leopards also knocked off Farrell in the first round of the state playoffs before losing to Sharon in the second round by a score of 69-64. And certainly so big because Joe Salvino had announced that he was going to retire at the end of the season. Opportunity for the Leps to get him one final WPIAL championship. Of course, he won a lot of those back in the day at Monessen.
Yeah, he picked up lucky number 7 last year. It was his 7th WPIAL title. The second winningest boys coach in WPIAL history, so sent him out with a great year and a good curtain call for Coach Salvino.
That was big for Belle Vernon because they'd lost the previous year in the first round of the playoffs to South Allegheny and really wanted a nice bounce back, especially for their group of seniors.
An extremely nice bounce back, and the thing of it was that first round loss in the year before was quite the upset. I mean, we kind of thought that Belle Vernon was going to go pretty far in the playoffs and really didn't play well in that first game. And Coach Salvino, I know I read some articles and saw some things where he just kind of worked them over the summer and that was it, ready to go, and ended up winning a WPL championship.
And the funny thing is, Tony, if you go back to 2023, it was South Allegheny that knocked Belle Vernon out for a chance to get into the state playoffs that year after the Leps had lost to Laurel Highlands in overtime in the WPIAL quarters. They played their first PIAA play-in game, lost to Uniontown 70-58. There were 7 berths into the state tournament, still had one final opportunity, and then lost to South Allegheny in a heartbreaker 68-65.
Right, and as we said, even coming into this game, although not the same caliber of playoff game type action, but you know that Belle Vernon's going to be ready to play because this is an extremely big rivalry.
Should be a lot of fun. We're back with the opening tip-off right after this. Belle Vernon taking on Uniontown boys high school basketball action here on the WMBS YouTube page.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than t-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom t-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
Brian Rozak, Tony Anola back here at Belle Vernon High School. Just about set to go. The Belle Vernon Leopards and the Uniontown Red Raiders. Belle Vernon in their home whites with dark green numbers. Their bench off to our left. Uniontown in the away maroons with white numbers. A little bit of black trim in there as well. And their bench off to our right. Again, the 24th year now for Rob Kaczmarski as Uniontown's head coach, and Ricky Tyberski just his first year as the head coach of the Belle Vernon Leopards, taking over for Joe Salvino. Well, I'll turn it over to our public address announcer for the national anthem here tonight.
We appreciate your cooperation in keeping our walkways clear by staying in the bleachers or in the designated standing areas. Please note that any spectator, regardless of age, who is under the influence of alcohol, drugs, using tobacco products, using offensive language, or displaying offensive behavior will be ejected from the game immediately. No one, besides players, coaches, and officials, should be on the court at any time. Absolutely no one should be on the floor at halftime. Good sportsmanship is learned, practiced, and executed. Respect for the opponent, spectators, coaches, and game officials are a must at all levels of athletics. By meeting the challenge of sportsmanship in the stands, you are providing a sound example for students as well as representing your community and school with dignity and pride. Please give the student athletes involved your positive encouragement and support. Display good sportsmanship every time you attend a high school event. Thank you for your support and assistance. Enjoy the game. Please rise. And gentlemen, remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem recorded by our own high school choir.
Your attention, please. Tonight, the national anthem will be performed by Mrs. Kristen Dougherty.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in it, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Just a fantastic rendition there, Tony, of the national anthem. I know you had plenty of red, white, and blue over the weekend. You attended the Army-Navy game down in Baltimore.
Yes, I did, and I'll tell you what, anybody really should have it on their bucket list. It's something to be seen, and the best part about the game, Brian, it's not even the game, it's everything before the game. So it's, but I'll tell you what, it makes you proud to be an American.
You even went down and got some patriotic gear for yourself down there.
Yes, I did. I actually bought a new tassel cap, too, with a flag on it, too.
Awesome.
So, yes,
Looking forward to seeing you sporting that out there as well. Again, To recap the starting lineup, Galani, Wade, Majors, Doherty, and Jenko on the Belle Vernon side. Dugan, Baker, Ellsworth, Sheffy, and Fitzgerald for Uniontown. We're expecting a pretty tight game here tonight, Tom.
Yeah, you're right, Brian. I think you're right. You know, we talked earlier. I'm obviously a single-digit game, but it's one of those things. You know what? Uniontown started out against Thomas Jefferson. Really good defense by Thomas Jefferson. A lot of turnovers. They did not shoot well, but ever since then, kind of changed a little bit. Playing a great team game, and it's going to be one of those things. They need to stay out of foul trouble and really cut down on the turnovers here tonight.
And it's really hard to judge Uniontown from that Thomas Jefferson game because they were without two starters, certainly weren't at full strength.
Exactly, and you're right. I mean, as we mentioned too, Cam Dugan and Sheffy being out, it makes a huge difference, and it really changes the dynamics of this team.
And you mentioned some of the guys that graduated from that WPIAL championship team last year, but still plenty of players out there on the Belle Vernon side. And it seems like going back to when Lorenzo Wade was here for Belle Vernon, now you have Curtis Wade on the team.
Well, Curtis Wade is the only returning starter on that team, and you're right, he's kind of stepped into the role as captain and everything, and you're right, leading the way with 15 points a game. But, you know, it almost seems that Belle Vernon just reloads every year and comes back with a lot of talent all the time.
And we'll see what the Leopards have here. We mentioned Belle Vernon played a very tough non-conference schedule this year.
Well, yeah, played a great Bishop Canavan team and, started out with a tight win against Ringgold, won on a three-pointer with 2.4 seconds to go. And you're right, it really played a tough schedule and gets them prepared for section play.
And lots of local guys here at Belle Vernon as well. Of course, Matt Humbert, the Laurel Highlands grad, Belle Vernon's athletic director, and Zach Just, who was a former Laurel Highlands football coach, also the principal here.
Right, yeah, and I think Zach was on the staff whenever Coach Humbert was the head football coach. So you're right, they seem to migrate from Laurel Highlands down here.
Now Dane Doherty being introduced, and then they'll say hello to Cam Jenko, and we'll get at it tonight, the Belle Vernon Leopards and the Uniontown Red Raiders. Uniontown 22-5 a season ago, 14-0 out of Section 1 in 5A. Of course, that lost that heartbreaker in the quarterfinals to Peters Township in the WPIAL playoffs over at Ringgold.
Yeah, and it was a tough game, and it's one of those things you hated to see them lose that game, but you know what? Peters Township just pulled out a big victory.
This should be a lot of fun tonight. Anthony Sheffy in the center circle for Uniontown. He's set to go. It'll be Dane Doherty jumping here for Belle Vernon.
You know, it's interesting when you look at these teams just coming out, pretty evenly matched size-wise all the way around. That should be a good one.
The ball in the air and the opening tap battled for on the far side and controlled by Uniontown's Nolan Baker. He'll reset to Cam Dugan high on the right. Back to Sheffy here between the circles. And now Ellsworth looking for a deep three up top. It's off the mark. And the rebound pulled down there by Elijah Majors. And Majors bringing it across up top. A little screen set up and the long two on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for the 5'11 sophomore guard, Elijah Majors, and Belle Vernon strikes first, leading Uniontown 2-0.
Yeah, and we said Majors really stepped into a role as a sophomore and done a great job for the Leopards.
Cam Dugan driving back off balance shot. No good. Cam Jenko the rebound for Belle Vernon. Up and across to Majors. Down on the near block and with the finish, Luca Galani. So Galani and Majors back-to-back buckets to get things started here for Belle Vernon as the Leps lead the Red Raiders 4-0.
That was a beautiful pass to find Jelani cutting. I'll tell you what, not a whole lot of room there to get that pass through, but great pass by Majors for the easy basket.
Red Raiders a little switch there, and Ellsworth gets fouled here between defenders.
They're going to call that on Curtis Wade. Wade with a little push. He didn't necessarily agree with it, but looked like he made some contact there, so he's going to pick up his team first.
We saw the fouls add up against Albert Gallatin against Uniontown down in York Run on Friday. Belle Vernon hoping they don't fall in a similar trap against this very speedy Uniontown team as Dugan stops and pops right in the lane. Shot might have been altered there by Dane Doherty, and Belle Vernon comes out of the pack with it with Curtis Wade.
Yeah, I don't know if Doherty may have gotten a piece of that, but Cam Dugan nowhere close to making that shot.
Majors to his left, and the big guy Doherty for three. It rattles out. Sheffield will touch off there to Isaac Ellsworth on the rebound. Ellsworth back across, resets between the circles, fronted by Curtis Wade. And over to Dugan in front of the Belle Vernon bench. Hard feed down low. Floater Sheffy short. Ball loose on the baseline near side, and Sheffy with the save. He's trapped, and they're going to say Sheffy put his foot on the boundary line. So out of bounds off of Uniontown, and Belle Vernon will get it back.
Yeah, I actually didn't think Sheffy was going to get that ball after it hit the rim and kind of kicked out to the corner. But he was able to corral it, but just stepped on the sideline. So now full court pressure being applied by Uniontown.
Doherty across to Curtis Wade, and the Red Raiders knock it loose. It was Nolan Baker that forced the turnover. Dugan forward to Sheffy, but a travel's going to be called.
Sheffy was looking for the dunk.
Yes, he was.
And knew he had it, but just took too many steps there. And a good pass there by Cam Dugan on that fast break. Uniontown had numbers, just couldn't convert.
Red Raiders get in there 2-2-1. They're down 4-0. 2 minutes in. Here's Galani spinning back, and he's going to be called for the travel.
Well,
He's called it the same in both directions there, Tom.
Yeah, and Galani thinks he got pushed there a little bit, but I actually thought he made the contact and ended up getting called for the walk.
So Baker into Dugan. Picked up by Elijah Majors. Near wing to Ellsworth, fronted there by Wade. He'll take the three up top, off the mark. Long rebound near side, controlled by Cam Jenko of Belle Vernon. Off and across to Curtis Wade. Wade between defenders, driving inside. They're going to call a held ball. Great defense there from Nolan Baker.
That was great defense by Baker. Had Wade with a head of steam there going towards the basket, but Baker able to grab all ball, force a jump ball, and possession goes to Belle Vernon.
Cam Jenko will work it in here for the Leps. The inbounds pass was blocked by Sheffy, deflected back over to Galani and over to Wade, who drives and misses. That ball last touched by Sheffy going out. Will remain Belle Vernon basketball here in the Uniontown zone. Leps lead at 4-0. 5:36 left here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, I think Wade shuffled his feet there a little bit at the top of the key before he made a move.
Jenko deep in the corner, three ball and air ball there from Galani, but kept alive on the offensive glass, and Galani gets it back. Assist from Jenko, 2 for Galani. He now has 4 for the game, and 6-0 Leps. Quick three coming back. Nolan Baker rattles it home. So the first points for Uniontown come from outside the three-point arc for Nolan Baker. Just like that, the Red Raiders back to within 3, but again from the outside, it's Galani again.
Galani, we made sure we learned how to pronounce his name before the game, and good thing because we're saying a lot of it. He's got 7 points already.
And the Leps lead the Red Raiders 9-3. And Ellsworth coming back for Uniontown, a miss there. Dugan keeping it alive. Cam Dugan here on the near wing has an open look. Pretty fake. Can he make the shot? Yes, he can. So a drain 3 for Cam Dugan. Baker has a 3. Dugan has a 3. Red Raiders back to within 3 at 9-6 here at the 4:40 mark of the opening quarter.
Yeah, good recognition by Dugan. He had a lot of space and took his time, set his feet, and knocked down that 3.
And driving back here is Wade, and Wade has that shot attempt spin out. Red Raiders missed the rebound, and Wade gets it back and lays it up and in. So the first 2 of the game for Curtis Wade, and Belle Vernon increases their lead to 5 over Uniontown at 11-6 here at the 4:17 mark of the opening quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Belle Vernon just taking the ball to the basket, much stronger, able to get some offensive rebounds as well.
Deep 3 near side, Ellsworth rattles out. Cam Jenko the rebound there for Belle Vernon. This place filled up, Tony. There are a lot of empty seats here about 10 minutes before tip-off, but it is loud, it is crowded, and the Leps and the Red Raiders bringing the community out on a cold Monday night. Belle Vernon the basketball working left to right as we describe it, leading 11-6. Here's Wade, a hop step, resets near wing, 3 on the way. It's an air ball there from Majors. Tipped out of bounds off of Belle Vernon. Will be Uniontown basketball as Chase White and Donovan Coffey now will check in here on the Uniontown side.
Yeah, you're going to take Baker out and Peyton Fitzgerald, so a couple changes here for Coach Kizmarski. And right now you've got Ellsworth, who's 0 for 4 from the field and really struggling. He has some couple good looks, but just can't get the shot to go down.
Sheffy into Dugan, across to Donovan Coffey, double team, ball comes free. Doherty finds it, outlet pass forward, and Sheffy with a 2 blocks. Whoa. 2 blocks for Sheffy, 1 on Majors, another on Wade, and Uniontown's going the other way. A little hop step, Dugan put off the bottom of the rim. But a foul called here on Belle Vernon in the act, and it'll be 2 free throws for Uniontown and Cam Dugan. But how about those swats from Sheffy?
Tell you what, the first one was impressive, but the second one was even better because he got up so quick. I couldn't believe he blocked that shot. I mean, that was impressive.
It's
extremely
tough to do that
athletic.
back-to-back.
Oh, every bit of. Just great defense there. Cam Dugan going to the line. Dugan 12 for 15 so far.
Off to a good start and drains his first of 2 free throws here. 4 for Cam Dugan. Uniontown Now back to within 4 at 11-7 here at the 3:26 mark of the opening quarter.
Yeah, and that's a sign there, like we said, when you get Sheffy in the game like that with this 6'5" frame, it makes it a different game all the way around for the Red Raiders.
Dugan drains both free throws. Now Uniontown has made this a one-possession game. Down 11-8, 3:23 left here in the opening quarter. Down on the blocks, missed there from Franciu. Just checked into the game. Deflected out of play off of Uniontown going out. Remained Belle Vernon basketball here in the Red Raiders zone. That was Vincenzo Francia, the 5'10", 175-pound junior. The Leps again reset here up top. Elijah Majors. And a foul called here. This is going to be on the floor against Uniontown.
Yeah, it's going to be on Chase White. White went to try to tie the ball up, but got called for the reach. So that's going to be the first foul on him. That's first team foul for Uniontown. We're already over 5 minutes into this quarter.
Cam Jenko will trigger it into Elijah Majors up top. Picked up by Ellsworth. A little juggle regain there again from Jenko. Back on the far side, Francia. Back to Jenko again. Double team comes over. White knocked it away. Jenko gets it back. Sheffy looking for the block. Can't find it, but an air ball there from Jenko goes right into the hands of Uniontown's Donovan Coffey.
Well, and you can see Sheffy altering some shots right now for Uniontown.
Now Ellsworth, a three would tie it. He'll go cross court far side to White. White coming far baseline. Tough shot. Can't get it to go. And Wade pulls down the rebound there for Belle Vernon. Wade going quickly. Wade going coast to coast. And he'll get the basket and one. Curdy Wade doing his thing, Tone.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think that, and not to be a homer there, but I think Wade used that off arm to kind of push away Sheffy for the block. Thought it should have been an offensive foul, but they're going to call a foul on Sheffy. But I don't know. I thought Sheffy went straight up to go for the block. And I think Coach Kazmarski's in agreement with me.
Wade 53% so far this season from the free throw line, 8 of 15. Knocks down the free throw here to give him 5 for the game. And it creates the Belle Vernon lead back up to 6 at 14-8 with 2:40 left here in the opening quarter.
Man, Sheffy, you can tell he's a little bit winded. They're looking to put Peyton Fitzgerald in to give him a little breather.
Here's Dugan trying to drive back. Foul on the floor here against Belle Vernon. 2:32 left here in the first. Uniontown down 6. Both of these schools will play tomorrow. Belle Vernon against Yock. Uniontown will host Greater Latrobe. We'll have that game for you both on the radio and on our YouTube page. Starting the Sprouts Insurance Group pregame show at 6:15. Opening tip set for 7 with TJ DeStefano and Gary Frankhauser. I'll be with Steve Suprick tomorrow for Laurel Highlands at Gateway. Here's Nolan Baker back out to Dugan. Dugan a little ball fake. In the corner again to Coffey. Coffey comes far baseline. Went for the dunk and missed it. I checked that was Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, excuse me, going for the block there and the miss. And now we're going to get a whistle, and they're going to rule this out of bounds off of Belle Vernon.
It's going to move, Galani was out of bounds when he tried to pick that ball up. But tell you what, impressive hops there by Fitzgerald.
Yes, I saw the 4 there, Tony. I was screened on the 1 initially. For some reason thinking it was Coffey still in the game, but it was Fitzgerald. He has it here off the inbounds pass. Goes near side to White. Double team comes over. Comes near baseline. Back in the corner. Line drive 3 good. Nolan Baker. We talked a little bit about it against Albert Gallatin on Friday. Baker and all of his shots doesn't have a lot of arc, but boy, is he effective.
Every bit of it. They gave him a lot of room there, and that's going to be an over-the-back call on Baker, and he's going to pick up the foul. And you're right, Baker. It is an awkward shot, no doubt about it. Doesn't get a lot of lift on, a lot of arc at all as well, but that's his 8th made 3 of the year.
The 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. Again, as Tony said, the foul went on Baker off the inbounds pass 3 in the corner. No good there from Francia. Deflected out of bounds. Stays with Belle Vernon here in the Uniontown zone.
Yeah, Baker was just trying to back off on Jenko, who was trying to get in there for the rebound and just couldn't corral the rebound himself. So out of bounds, and it goes to Belle Vernon.
Galani trying to inbound there. Looking there for Jenko was deflected on. I thought that might have went off of Jenko, but they rolled off of Uniontown going out. So once again, Galani to trigger it in. Feeds it in here. Francia driving. He gets fouled there by Dugan.
Dugan's going to pick up his first. Pretty good move there by Francia, though, to get into the lane and try to go for that layup, but Dugan just bodied him up, and he's going to pick up his first.
A couple Italian names on this team. Anthony DiCenzo on the team as well.
Oh, yeah.
First of 2 free throws. No good there from Francia. He came in 64% from the foul line. Averages 5 points and 2.5 rebounds a game.
Back in for the Leopards.
Dane Doherty's going to check back in and give Cam Janko a little breather, maybe for the last minute 47 of this first quarter.
Jude Minetti also in the game on the Belle Vernon side as Francia makes the second of 2 free throws. His first point off the Belle Vernon bench. 1:47 left here in the first. Now Francia checks out and Curtis Wade back in here on the left side.
Back in for the Leopards.
And I don't think the referee saw the sub waiting at the table.
Yes. Nolan Baker into Chase White. White brings it across here in the near side. Picked up there by Galani. High on the right now to Ellsworth. Again, he can nail a three from anywhere on the court. He's going to take it here up top. It's actually going to be a long two. It rattles out. And the rebound pulled down there by Doherty. Forward to Wade. Wade drives and misses. Fitzgerald the rebound there for Uniontown. Off to Dugan and across here on the near side. Cam Dugan, but out of control. Lost the handle. Ball tied up. And we'll get a jump ball call. They'll go to the possession arrow.
Yep.
Uniontown. And it favors Uniontown.
Yeah. Dugan, you know, we kind of said this when we did that Geibel game as well, Brian. Dugan is a lot like Emma Larkin. Takes the ball straight to the basket. I'd like to see him pull up, maybe knock down those little 5-footers. He tries to take it to the hoop all the time, and he's going in against the bigs. Obviously, he's going to draw some fouls, but it just makes it tough to score.
Baker will trigger it in here from the Belle Vernon bench with Minetti. Watching the trigger man, goes into Dugan. Dugan comes near baseline, a little floater there too strong on the backside. Galani pulls down the rebound for Belle Vernon. Galani coming baseline, Minetti. Minetti swatted there by Peyton Fitzgerald. Ball comes loose on the far side. Ellsworth going for it along with Wade. And we're going to get a foul called. It'll go on Wade.
And that's going to be his second. That's a big foul with only 1:01 left in the first quarter. So Wade's going to pick up his second foul. And a couple
lead
subs
15
coming in.
to 11.
We're going to have Cam Black check in and give Wade a little breather here for the last minute of this first quarter.
Wade, 6'1", sophomore, averages 3.3 a game. As Nolan Baker sends it in here to Cam Dugan. Uniontown the basketball down 4 at 15 to 11. Final minute of this opening quarter. Nate Heiss also in the game. Bring it back there to Ellsworth. Ellsworth on the drive, got fouled.
That's going
They're
to be
going to call this
Galani.
in the act.
Yeah, it's going to be on Galani. 2 shots coming for Ellsworth.
You're talking about Ellsworth's 3 attempts. Of course, I worked with Shea Fleener on Friday, and Shea coached Isaac his freshman year when he was at Albert Gallatin. He said, for whatever reason, Isaac, even on those threes, Tony, always shot better on the threes from a step or two back than when he was actually up on the three-point line as he misses his first of 2 free throws here, which is certainly odd because you would think the closer you are to the basket, the more successful you would be.
Exactly. And, hey, we've seen him knock him down from 30 feet.
Second of 2 here for Isaac Good. That's his first point of the game. Comes here at the 48-second mark of the opening quarter and pulls Uniontown back to within 3 again at 15 to 12.
Yeah, he's struggling. Just can't make a just can't make a field goal here. Did knock down one of those 2 free throws, but struggling from the field.
And struggled early in the year. Had a big game on Friday and also played well against Brownsville on Wednesday, but certainly facing a little bit of a tougher Belle Vernon team here. Good ball movement from the left and a finish on the near block. Kemchenko, his first 2 of the game as Belle Vernon up 5 now at 17 to 12. Final 30 seconds of this opening quarter.
Yeah, Jenko was wide open underneath there, and here's a steal. It's going to be a foul.
And Dugan was double teamed. And the crowd and the bench, they don't like it here on the Belle Vernon side.
Yeah. And the referee is going to voice his opinion. It's going to be on Majors. So Majors picks up his first. And
also over the limit, too. So it'll be 2 free throws here for Dugan.
Actually, pretty much in agreement with the referee. They tried to double team Dugan out there. And really, he was getting bodied up pretty good. Galani tried to make the steal, but in the meantime, Majors got called for the body, so Dugan misses the first one.
Ellsworth now back in, replacing Heiss. Red Raiders still down 5 at 17 to 12. 22 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
Dugan with 5 on the night so far.
Second of 2, no good for Dugan off the back iron. And Belle Vernon with the rebound. And now Coach Tyberski saying, here, let's hold for the last shot. As Majors brings it across. Over on the near wing. Touch there from Black. Back up top to Majors. Majors has his seam, comes inside, got swatted again. This time by Fitzgerald. 4.5 left on the clock here in the opening quarter.
You talk about hops for both Fitzgerald and Sheffy. Wow.
From deep off the inbounds pass, missed three there, Galani, as time expires after one, with the Belle Vernon Leopards holding a 17-12 lead over the Uniontown Red Raiders. We're back in 60 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS and on the WMBS YouTube page.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit georgedentalassociates.com today. That's georgedentalassociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Good game so far, 17-12. Belle Vernon leads Uniontown. Start of the second quarter. Leps with the basketball, working left to right as we describe it. Cam Jenko on the elbow, back between the circles to Elijah Majors. Majors touch there to Doherty, and the ball turned over as Isaac Ellsworth finds it there for Uniontown. Tony.
Yeah, I think Doherty thought somebody was going to cut to the basket, and I think they just moved on him and really didn't want to throw the pass, but had no other place to go.
Fitzgerald had it deflected out of play. We'll stay with Uniontown here in the Belle Vernon zone. 27 seconds into the second quarter. The Red Raiders down 5 at 17-12.
Down 5, and Ellsworth with only 1 point in that first quarter. No field goals.
Sheffy on the inbounds pass to Baker, to his left to a wide open Dugan, and another travel called here against Uniontown.
Dugan's he's gonna argue with the referee, but he shuffled his feet. He was wide open, should have just set him and taken that three, because we saw him knock it down from that same spot earlier.
Leps coming back here with Elijah Majors, picked up by Ellsworth. Near side now to Galani. Galani on the baseline. Was he out of bounds? Yes, he was.
Wow. A little body by Dugan, but he was able to get away with it and really just kind of forced Galani out of bounds, but Uniontown's going to take it.
Dugan back across on the far side here for Uniontown. Fitzgerald setting the screen. Dugan coming left of the lane. Well defended. Over to Ellsworth. Hasn't had a lot of operating room on the outside. Baker, though, will take the three. It's off the back iron. No good, and Wade out of the pack with it. Look out here. Curtis Wade now pulls up. To his left again to Majors. Majors fronted there by Baker to Curdy Wade again. Curdy, a little ball fake here on Ellsworth. Comes inside and gets the two to go. So Curtis Wade, 7 already for Belle Vernon. Leps increased their lead to 7 over Uniontown at 19-12 here at the 6:47 mark of the second quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm Coach Gizmarski right now, I'm taking the ball right at Wade. Single him out, try to pick up that third foul, because him out of the game is a big difference.
I agree. Sheffy back to Ellsworth. Ellsworth deep three near side. Got it. Uniontown needed that. And Ellsworth able to drain it. His first field goal of the game. Made a free throw back in the opening quarter. Has 4 for the game. The Red Raiders back to within 4 at 19-15 here at the 6:20 mark of the second quarter.
Well, Uniontown needed that, but more so Ellsworth needed that, because we said once he starts getting confident, he can fill them up.
A very streaky shooter. If he can get free on the same space on the court next time down, look out. Red Raiders force a turnover. Dugan comes back, and Dugan with a left-hand finish. 7 for Cam Dugan, and Uniontown back to within 2 at 19-17. And what do we got here?
I'm not sure what we got.
They whistled it down, not sure why.
Yeah, I think
the 2 counted.
Yeah, the 2 did count, but if you notice, too, Wade kind of dropped back, did not want to pick up that third foul, let Dugan go for that layup. But as we said, I think if they can pick up the third on him, it's going to be a big difference in this game for Uniontown.
Elijah Majors directs traffic back over to Wade, defended there by Baker. Wade went down, no foul, we play on. Fitzgerald finds the loose ball for Uniontown. Off and across to Dugan. Cam Dugan from the elbow, bounce pass No one home. Goes right to Curdy Wade again. Curdy trying to drive on Sheffy, and they're going to rule that off of Wade and out. And Uniontown basketball was close there to possibly touching Sheffy on that ball going out of play. Now we're going to have a timeout with 5:33 left before halftime. 19-17. Leps lead by 2. Full timeouts. And we're back in 60 here on the C. Harper Honor Group High School Sports Night and here on the WMBS YouTube page.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Belle Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Belle Vernon, a little pressure on the basketball there, Tony, as we come back, forcing a Uniontown turnover.
Well, it just dropped back into full court pressure, and Dugan throws the ball out of bounds. So good defense there by Belle Vernon.
Cam Jenko into Elijah Majors, laps the basketball with a 2-point lead, trying to get things settled down after the timeout. Doherty near side to Galani. Doherty another touch over to Majors. Majors long too far wing. Spins out, loose ball underneath. Baker finds it for Uniontown, trying to fight off a double team, trying to throw it off at Galani, and they're going to rule this Uniontown basketball.
Well, they're going to say Majors was on the end line there, which, I mean, the referee was standing right next to him.
They had a better view than we did.
Every bit of.
Getting the Leps pressure the basketball. Fitzgerald to Ellsworth. Quick receive and shoot and connect. So Isaac Ellsworth, 2 made threes here in the second quarter, and just like that, Tony, Uniontown in the lead at 20-19.
Yeah, Ellsworth, after missing his first 5 or 6, now knocks down his next 2.
Belle Vernon trying to answer back. Galani a missed 3. Jump ball called off the rebound. It'll be Uniontown basketball.
Good hustle underneath there by Baker and Fitzgerald to go after that loose ball. And again, full court pressure being shown here by the Leopards.
Baker to work it in. 4:42 left before halftime. Uniontown the basketball in a 1-point lead. Fitzgerald, corner, Sheffy, missed 3. Rebound going to Wade. Curtis Wade back across here on the Belle Vernon side, working left to right. Wade to Doherty, the big guy, firing the 3. That one's off the back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Cam Jenko, back inside, coming free, Doherty. First 2 of the game, Dane Doherty has Belle Vernon now up 1 at 21-20.
Got to give Jenko some credit for a big guy, man. He can really pass the ball.
Dugan for 3 out the front of the rim, no good. Same team on the rebound as Majors takes it away from Cam Jenko. And Majors staying on it. Majors will kick in the corner, but a foul called here on Uniontown.
I think they're going to call a reach on Dugan. Oh, no, they're going to call it on Ellsworth. Ellsworth looks like he hit him in the face.
It's his first on the floor. And the first foul on Uniontown here in the second quarter, so no damage done in that situation. Galani to work it in. Resets high on the left there to Majors. Back on the baseline to Galani, and that time he's fouled by Sheffy. That'll be his second.
Yeah, not a very good foul there by Sheffy. Should have just shuffled his feet, cut off the baseline, but he's going to pick up his second foul.
Uniontown foul number 12.
Probably going to have to bring in somebody, give him a little break, and they are. So checking in is going to be Chase White. Sheffy's going to have to take a seat.
White transferred in from Albert Gallatin. Off the inbounds pass was fumbled there by Jenko. Now the Red Raiders come forward. Ellsworth regains, takes a step back 3 off the side of the rim, no good. Dugan though the offensive rebound. Ellsworth looking to reload again. This time will drive on the inside and get the floater to go. Isaac Ellsworth certainly heating up here in the second quarter. 8 in the second, 9 for the game, and Uniontown back on top, 22-21.
And again, just that confidence. Once he makes that first 3, an entirely different player.
Doherty pivots, baseline, Galani drives and scores.
Galani with the basket.
Luca Galani now with 9, his first 2 of the second quarter. Belle Vernon back on top, 23-22 in this back and forth game.
Yeah, Galani, a nice-looking junior. Playing well so far here for Belle Vernon, 9 points.
And there's one of those deep threes banked in for Ellsworth. Banks open late on a Monday, Tony.
Yeah, late night banking.
And 12 for Ellsworth. Uniontown on top by 2 now, 25-23.
Yeah, third made 3 in this quarter alone.
Wade, bounce pass, far block, missed there from Jenko. Uniontown with the rebound. Ellsworth forward to Dugan. Dugan between defenders, tough shot, can't get it to go. Ball loose, and foul there again by Galani. Luca Galani back into the Uniontown zone. Up top to Wade here between the circles. Wade trying to settle things down for the Leps. They have the basketball down 2. Doherty near wing for 3 in the lead back. No good. High rebound. Jenko battling Baker. Jump ball called this time going to the Leps.
And again, Baker underneath with that 6-foot frame fighting hard for that rebound and a tie-up, and it's going to go to Belle Vernon. Checking in now is going to be Donovan Coffey. He's going to give Nolan Baker a breather.
Been a fun game to watch so far, Tony, as we expected coming in.
Yes, it is. You always see a good game when you come here.
Leps and the Red Raiders from Belle Vernon High School. Up top now, Elijah Majors has it stolen. White coming back for Uniontown and gets it to go. Chase White, his first 2 off the Uniontown bench. And the Red Raiders now lead by 4, 27-23.
Yeah, I thought White was just going to see that roll off the rim, but fortunately went in.
Jenko trying to work there on Fitzgerald. Can't get the 2 to go. Battle for the rebound underneath. We'll get a jump ball called, and this time the possession arrow should be going to Uniontown.
Yes, it does, yep. Checking in now, Anthony DeCenzo seeing his first action. The 5'7" senior guard.
Only seen a handful of minutes so far this season in varsity action, but getting in here with 2:05 left before halftime, and his team down 4, 27-23. Dugan back across over to Ellsworth near wing. Isaac Ellsworth, another step back 3, went down. Shot would not go down, and the rebound pulled down there by Cam Jenko. Off and across Francia. Francia driving near wing it in and finishes for his first field goal of the game, pulling the Leps back to within 2 at 27-25. Here's Ellsworth going the other way on the elbow, out to White. Line drive 3 won't go. Doherty able to touch it out there to Anthony DeCenzo and across. DeCenzo near side. Feeding it off there to Vincenzo Franzia. And now Dane Doherty high on the left, working here on Fitzgerald. Little turn at the elbow. Over to DeCenzo again. Now Cam Black. Black also in off the Belle Vernon bench. Leps feeling out the Red Raiders a little bit on this possession. Now Doherty's going to take the 3, looking for the lead back. Missed out the front of the rim and out of bounds off the rebound there was Jenko.
Yeah, Jenko just got that rebound, but the momentum just took him right out of bounds. So fortunately for Uniontown. Now checking in is going to be Nate Heiss. He's going to give Fitzgerald a little breather. So really not a big lineup in right now for the Red Raiders.
That'll be Cam Dugan working out of his own zone for Uniontown. Red Raiders the basketball. Leading by 2. A little touch foul call there on Francia.
Francia is going to pick up his second.
His second, team's first of the quarter.
Team's first foul of the quarter.
That's hard to believe, Tony. He had a lot of Leps fouls back in that opening quarter.
It is hard to believe. Right now, the Leopards only with 8 points in this second quarter.
Ellsworth back to Dugan. Watched there by Francia. Dugan to his left. Dugan from the foul line back to White. White up top. Dances between defenders. Kick there over to Donovan Coffey. 3-ball came up short. Jenko the rebound. Off and across there to Cam Black. 43 seconds left before halftime. Doherty, a little ball fake. Double team comes over and Dugan with a strip. Here's Cam Dugan coming back. Lay it up and in. Dugan's played a nice game so far tonight, Tony, with 9. The Red Raiders increased their lead to 4, 29-25. Quick 3 coming back. An air ball there from DeCenzo. And on the near side, it's Ellsworth with another rebound for Uniontown. Ellsworth back across, 20 seconds left in the quarter. Trying to fire it in the corner there to Heiss. And Doherty intercepts.
That's a tough pass cross court there going across the lane. That's going to be on Jenko.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, he just dropped a hammer on Heiss, who was trying to fight through that screen. So he's going to pick up his second.
Second of the quarter.
Second team foul of the quarter.
And Jude Minetti's going to check back in and give Genko a little breather here for the last 10 seconds of this quarter with 2 fouls.
As White rolls it in to Cam Dugan. Dugan across here with tight defense from DeCenzo, and now DeCenzo like to pick up the foul here.
Well, it doesn't hurt. That's only the third team foul of this quarter.
5.3 left before halftime. Uniontown up 29-25.
Still a couple fouls, one foul to give, I should say.
Now Ellsworth to trigger it in. Up to White. Uniontown needs to hurry. 3 seconds left. Ellsworth has it. Goes back to Heiss. He'll fire the 3 and came up short. So we go to halftime with Uniontown leading Belle Vernon by a score of 29-25. We're back with the first half stats for you in a moment on our halftime show, being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. It comes your way next here on WMBS and on the WMBS YouTube page.
It's a new day at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, and we're bringing a new level of quality health care to our community. From primary care to specialty services, our team has always put patients first. And now, thanks to our merger with WVU Medicine, our commitment to patient-centered care has grown even stronger. With new resources, a growing staff, and advanced technology, our team is here to provide you with top-quality care when it matters most. Discover the new Uniontown Hospital and see how we've grown.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Haar, Jocelyn Bolitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
Brian Rozak, Tony Hanola back here at halftime. Our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, with the Uniontown Red Raiders leading the Belle Vernon Leopards by a score of 29-25. Tony has your halftime stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
For the Uniontown Red Raiders in that first half, they were led by Isaac Ellsworth, who had 12 points. 11 of those came in the second quarter, and 3 made threes in that second quarter as well. Nolan Baker with 2 made threes in the first quarter for his 6. Cam Dugan, good start, 9 points in that first half for Uniontown, and Chase White with a made basket off a steal and a fast break. They scored 12 in the first, 17 in the second. for their total of 29. They were 3 for 6 from the foul line, and they had 6 made threes. 3 of those by Ellsworth, 2 by Nolan Baker, and 1 by Cam Dugan. On the other side for Belle Vernon, they were led in that first half by Luca Galani, who had 9 points. He was followed by Curtis Wade, who had 7. 3 from Francia off the bench. A made basket by Elijah Majors, Dane Doherty, and Cam Jenko, who all had 2 apiece. 17 in the first, only 8 in that second quarter for their total of 25. They were 2 for 3 from the foul line, and only 1 made 3, and that was by Galani in the first quarter.
Looking ahead on our schedule and scoreboard brought to you by Mauser's Tire. Need tread this winter? Don't let the winter weather slow you down. Visit Mauser's Tire today. For Uniontown, they'll host Greater Latrobe tomorrow. It'll be the first home game of the season for Uniontown. We're on the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6:15. Opening tip set for 7. And Tony, all Uniontown home games this year will be 7 o'clock tip times.
Yeah, a little different than the 7:30, but you know what? Not a bad thing, really. Something different, though. You're going to have to let the fans know for sure.
Make sure you get to the gym early enough before Christmas. Uniontown also hosts Penn Trafford. A nice Friday night home game coming up this week, and they'll have a game at McKeesport next Tuesday. That'll also be a 7 o'clock start. So the Red Raiders, all 7 o'clock games. And actually, they won't have another 7:30 game until they take on East Allegheny. Well, this is listed 7:30 against East Allegheny. It actually might be a 5:30 game on the 30th, but pretty much a lot of 7 o'clock games here on out, at least through the end of 2025 as far as the regular season goes for Uniontown. On the Belle Vernon side, they're at Yock tomorrow. They'll host Derry coming up on Friday. They'll play on Saturday in the Westmoreland County Showcase at Jeanette against Greensburg Central Catholic at 1:30, and then have their final conference game before Christmas at Elizabeth Forward on the 23rd. They'll participate in the Baldwin-Peters Township tournament at Peters Township High School with games against Peters Township and Norwin between Christmas and New Year's before getting back into conference play. So here at halftime, 29-25, the Uniontown Red Raiders lead the Belle Vernon Leopards. Tony and I back with the second half right after this on WMBS and on the WMBS YouTube page. We appreciate you joining us for high school basketball here on a Monday night on WMBS. The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183.
At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than t-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team. The excitement you have for your event or cause. And that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom t-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
Brian Rozak, Tony Anola back here at Belle Vernon High School, about 30 seconds away from the start of the third quarter, 29-25. Uniontown leading the Belle Vernon Leopards. Isaac Ellsworth, a hot third quarter at 11 of his 12 points, Tony, in that third quarter. Nolan Baker with 6. Cam Dugan playing well with 9 for Uniontown as well. We mentioned on the Belle Vernon side, Luca Galani leading the way with 9 points, and 7 of those 9 back in the opening quarter.
Yeah, and I think the big thing in that first half, Brian, was Wade did not pick up his third foul. Actually played pretty good defense, kind of stayed away from picking that up, and would have changed the game if he did, but did not. So right now, 4-point advantage for Uniontown, and looking forward to a great second half. Brian
Morozak alongside Tony Anola. Carl Childs behind the camera on YouTube live video feed. Again, hello to our buddy Billy Dice and Manny Dice. Manny was disappointed he wasn't here tonight, Tony. He saw the duck toss on TV and wanted to participate.
Well, yeah, and he probably would have hit up Uncle Tony for a couple fives to get a couple ducks for him, you know what I mean? But we'll have to bring him down next time.
Yes.
We're going to have to call, you know what, ask the AD every time. Ask him if there's a duck toss. We'll have to tell him before he...
Make sure, if you know it's going to be a duck toss, you want to make sure you're here for Manny.
Get Manny here.
Elijah Majors will start the third quarter with the basketball for Belle Vernon. Leps work right to left as we describe it. Over to Galani. Dugan says bring it. Galani a little pivot back here to Curtis Wade. He's watched by Nolan Baker. Wade here in front of the Leps bench. Hands back off to Doherty. Doherty a little ball fake. And Belle Vernon feeling out the Red Raiders a little bit on this opening possession of the third quarter. And now Majors will fire a three. Too strong. Battle for the loose ball. Rebound after a tip. Galani able to keep it alive. Goes back inside there to Jenko. Sends it down to Curtis Wade, who has a little up and under move with a finish there. Curtis Wade has the Leps back to within 2. And a little contact here off the inbounds pass as Dugan was knocked down.
Yeah, great ball fake there by Wade to get Fitzgerald up and just lay in the basket. So good job there. Now you're going to have Majors pick up his second foul.
Just knocked down Dugan right off the inbounds pass.
Yeah, not a good foul, especially 94 feet away from the basket.
I agree, and here's Ellsworth. Quick three, and it's going to spin in. Boy, that ball hit rim forever there, Tony. 4 made threes for Ellsworth. He has 15, and Uniontown back up 5.
And again, it's the confidence factor for him. And here's Galani.
With the answer back.
Yep.
Galani for 3.
Galani now with 12. He's having a heck of a game for the Leps. We're back to within 2 of Uniontown at 32-30. 6:52 left here in the third.
And that's his second made three of the game.
Ellsworth right of the lane, a little ball fake, needs some help, pulls it back up top. Dugan with operating room, working here on Wade, and Dugan drives and finishes with a left hand. That was tough there, Tone. Between defenders, Dugan in double figures with 11. Uniontown back up 4, 34-30.
Yeah, nice move there by Dugan, is right, just to create a little space and go up for the layup.
Majors off on the far side. Galani down to Doherty. Doherty, a little fade away. That's good out in front. Dang, Doherty, just his second field goal. He has 4. Leps continue to hang around. They're down 2 at 34-32.
Yeah, kind of surprised that went, especially with Doherty fading away there, but got the shooter's touch.
Sheffy off to his left. Switches back with Nolan Baker. Has 3 Leps around him. Just roll it back out to Sheffy, and now Dugan again. Here high on the right. Sheffy sets the screen. Dugan stays with it and just lost it off the hip and out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like Majors might have reached in there and got a little piece of it, and it just caromed off Dugan and went out of bounds. So good hands there and good defense by Majors.
A nice crowd here. They honored the 2025 WPIAL championship team for Belle Vernon, and a big three there for Luca Galani. It's 2 made threes here in the quarter for Galani. He has 15 left, back in the lead at 35-34, and that's a three from the parking lot there. Tony Ellsworth just inside of midcourt.
He was down by Jake's Pizza on that one, Brian.
And he has 18. He's hit 5 threes. Unbelievable. And now Wade again. Back out to Doherty. 37-35 Uniontown. Galani again, this time a miss. Rebound tipped around, and they're going to call over the back.
Whoa.
On Wade, his third. That's a big foul.
That is a big foul, and I'm not so sure that he really did a whole lot, but coaching staff telling him, you got 3 fouls now. And again, great position underneath there by Nolan Baker to go after that rebound and draw the foul on Wade.
And Ricky Tyberski telling Curdy, hey, use your head now. You have 3. And Uniontown, the basketball back up 2. As Wade watches Dugan, and Dugan might bring it right at him. He's going to spin on the inside and finish with a left hand. Wade had to back off there a little bit, Tony, and Dugan now has 13, and Uniontown leads by 4, 39-35. Certainly changes the dynamic of the game with Wade being out there with 3 personals.
You're exactly right, and if he's going to guard Dugan, I'd have Dugan take it to him every time, try to go to the lane.
Hard pass down low, got deflected back to Wade. He tried to go inside there to Jenko. That got intercepted, but the Red Raiders going too quickly, and it'll be Majors going the other way here for the Leps. Elijah Majors right down the lane.
Ooh.
Sheffy thought he had pretty good defense there as Majors was going up, but Sheffy will be called for the foul, and that's going to be his third.
That's going to be his third, and actually I thought Sheffy, instead of reaching for the ball, should have just kind of hung out. He had the height advantage over Majors, could have had a block, but decided to reach in and picked up his third foul.
I assume they said he got a little body there. There wasn't too much.
Yeah, it kind of came across the arm a little bit. Coach Kazmarski looking for a explanation there, but Majors misses the first.
Majors came in 12 of 22 from the free throw line, 54%.
Now, only a sophomore, and obviously he's going to get better. You know, you give up a lot of points if you go 12 for 22 from the foul line.
He's been quiet tonight. Came in averaging 11.7 a game, just 2 points so far. Misses both free throws here. Fitzgerald going for the rebound and able to get it forward to White. Red Raiders trying to get out of their own zone. White high floater to Baker and finally across. Trying to spin off of Jenko.
They're going to call an over to back.
Wow.
You know what? I think Jenko might have got away with the little push to force him over the half-court line, but no matter what, it's going to go back to Belle Vernon.
It wasn't a whole lot going on there.
No. Well, you can see what Belle Vernon's trying to do. Every time that somebody's catching the ball, they're trying to double up everything.
Galani down low, Wade in traffic, good with that little floater. So Wade now in double figures with 11. Belle Vernon back to within 2. Down 39-37 as we approach the 4-minute mark. Another long three there from Ellsworth. This one off the mark will go out of bounds by the Leopards cheerleaders, and the Leopards will get the ball back.
Yeah, Ellsworth wasn't looking to follow that, but really didn't have a choice because nobody else was back on defense for Uniontown. He had to stay back for the break.
Majors in the corner to Galani. Missed 3. Offensive rebound. Wade trying to free the ball up, but it's going to be Dugan finding it. Wade again has to back up. Here's Dugan driving, unable to finish. White, though, offensive rebound. Back to Dugan. Reestablishes to Baker. Wide open for 3. Off the mark there. Missed wide right and off a deflection. Galani another rebound there for Belle Vernon.
Yeah, and a near rebound there by Fitzgerald, who came over everybody and didn't draw the foul and almost got that offensive rebound.
Doherty far wing, bounce pass on the inside there to Jenko, gets the 2 to go. Cam Jenko with 4. Timeout, Belle Vernon. We're knotted up here, Tony, at 39 with 3:19 to play. C. Harper Honda Group. High school sports night on a Monday, Uniontown and Belle Vernon. We're back at 30 here on the WMBS YouTube page.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Belle Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Brian Morozak back with you here at Belle Vernon High School. Game knotted up at 39. Uniontown and Belle Vernon. Tony Hanola had to step aside, and we're going to need security to get out of here tonight because Tony hit the 50-50. Yes. Tony Hanola hitting the 50-50 tonight. He's off claiming his winnings real quick as we get a quick foul called here on Elijah Majors, and that'll be his third. So now on the Belle Vernon side, you have Curdy Wade with 3 and Elijah Majors with 3. We got Anthony Sheffy with 3 on the Uniontown side. So this game tied up at 39. 3:14 left here in the third as White brings it back across for Uniontown. Baseline far side, Fitzgerald lays it up and in. And Peyton Fitzgerald, his first 2 of the game, come here as we approach the 3-minute mark of the third quarter, and it puts Uniontown back on top at 41-39. Leopards trying to set it up. Hard pass down low, and they're going to rule that off of Jenko going out. So Uniontown will get the basketball back up 2. Quick substitution as Jude Minetti checks in for Dane Doherty. And Chase White will work it in here for Uniontown over to Ellsworth on the near side. Ellsworth back over to White. White across on the far side, and White now with the seam. He'll float it up and in. So Chase White, his second field goal, he has 4, and it's a 43-39 lead for Uniontown. Back-to-back buckets after that timeout. Good ball movement on the Belle Vernon side. And with the finish there, Curtis Wade. Wade now, 6 here in the third, 13 for the game. Give the assist there to Jenko, and the left's back to within 2. White again on the other side. Short on that floater. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Jenko finds it there for Belle Vernon. Jenko. Forecourt near side, out to Galani for 3 and the lead back. He drains another one. Boy, is Luca Galani hot. He has 18 points, 3 made threes here in the third quarter, and the Leps lead by 1 at 44-43. Down low, a triple team collapses there on Donovan Coffey, and the Leps find the loose ball again there with Elijah Majors. Majors, floater in the lane, no good. White the rebound there for Uniontown. Good stop there for Uniontown defensively. Now White double team, needs help, gets it there as they float it back across to Dugan. Dugan driving and unable to finish that time. Ball deflected out of bounds off of Uniontown going out. It'll be Belle Vernon basketball with 1:42 left here in the third. And now the Leps back in the lead at 44-43 as Anthony Sheffy checks back in on the Uniontown side with 3 personal fouls. And our big winner is back, Tony Hanola.
Hey,
congratulations.
Hey now, I'll take that. Just around Christmas time. How about that?
That'll certainly help out with some presents. And Curdy Wade draining a big 3 there for Belle Vernon. So Wade now 9 here in the third, 16 for the game. And Belle Vernon has a 47-43 lead. Ellsworth another deep 3 far side, no good. Belle Vernon's Wade another rebound. The Leps, the nice little run here, Tony, after Uniontown got a quick 4 after the timeout. It's been all Belle Vernon, and they had another 3 here with Elijah Majors. And now Uniontown's going to have to take a timeout. With 1:12 left here in the third, the Leps now lead by 7 at 50-43. And we're back in a moment. Sea Harbor Auto Group High School Sports Night here on the WMBS YouTube page. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Brian Morozak, Tony Hanola back here at Belle Vernon High School. So the Leps with a late third quarter surge, now leading Uniontown by 7 at 50-43. 1:12 left here in the third, and boy, Tony, has Luca Galani been hot. 3 threes here in the third quarter. Wade has 9 here in the third, and the Leps lead by 7, and now White trapped in his own zone, gets out of it to Fitzgerald. Near side Ellsworth, Uniontown needs this 3, and they have it. Ellsworth again flashes it after that make, and Ellsworth has 9 here in the quarter. He's hit 6 threes in this game, Tony.
6 threes is right and got hot. We said he did make a shot, didn't make a field goal in that first quarter, but it's come alive in the second quarter and on.
Majors out to Galani again, looking for operating room. Uniontown extending the defense a little bit, and this time it's Majors for 3. A miss there, and Fitzgerald the rebound for Uniontown. Payton forward there to Isaac Ellsworth. Ellsworth, a little fadeaway 2 near side, no good. White able to control the rebound, trying to get it down to Fitzgerald. Intercepted by Vincenzo Francia. Francia trying to throw it up over the shoulder. Pass was intended for Jenko, got intercepted. White coming back. Touch to Ellsworth up top. And just pulls back over to Dugan here near side. Dugan driving on Wade, lets him go. Dugan right to the rack, has the basket drop and gets the foul called in the process. Cam Dugan.
That foul's going to be on Jenko. And a great job, as we said, Dugan. If Curtis Wade's going to guard him, take him to the rack and try to pick up that 4th foul.
And the Red Raiders back to within 2 now at 50-48 with a free throw upcoming for Dugan. Dugan now 6 here in the third, 15 for the game. The 5'9 junior came in averaging 7.7 a game.
They're going to get Jenko out. Jenko, as we said, picked up his 3rd foul.
Another fun Monday night for high school basketball here, Tony.
Now we've got a great game.
And a free throw good there for Dugan. So Cam Dugan pulls Uniontown back to within 1. 10 seconds left here in the quarter. Wade up top. Off to his right again to Majors. Majors taking the 3 with Sheffy in his face. Missed wide left at the buzzer. Floater off the glass. No good there from Francia. So after 3 quarters of basketball, it's Belle Vernon 50, Uniontown 49. Leps outscore the Red Raiders 25-20 in that third quarter. And we're back with a 4th right after this on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and on the WMBS YouTube page.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Belle Vernon with a 50-49 lead over Uniontown as we start the 4th quarter, and Cam Dugan will bring it across here for Uniontown. Back to Isaac Ellsworth for 3, and the lead back. Isaac got the side of the rim, no good. Dugan going for the save, and touch it over to Fitzgerald, who comes near baseline and finishes. Just the second made field goal of the game for Fitzgerald. He has 4, and Uniontown back up 1 at 51-50.
Yeah, good strong move there to use that leaping ability and get that layup to go.
Majors off to his left there to Curtis Wade, watched by Nolan Baker. Wade will dump down to Doherty. Ball fake, turn and shoot out in front, but no good. Scrum for the rebound. Wade finds it, gets fouled going back up. Likely going here on Baker.
It is going to go on Baker. Baker's going to pick up. It's only his second.
Baker, his second. Each first of the quarter. Wade.
It's going to send Wade to the line. Wade with 16 so far here tonight.
First of 2 free throws here, good for Curtis Wade. So a 17-point game for Wade. Came in averaging 14.7 a game. This game knotted up at 51, 7:22 left in regulation.
Only a 53% free throw shooter coming into this contest.
Misses the second off the front of the rim. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Dugan finds it there for Uniontown. Resets to Sheffy, deflected out of play. And they're going to rule Belle Vernon basketball.
Yeah, Galani with a near steal, and you could tell he was looking
that.
for
Uniontown basketball.
Yeah.
Uniontown basketball there.
Galani with the near steal and just knocked it out of bounds.
Red Raiders send it in there to Dugan. Cam Dugan back across, fronted there by Wade. Touch back to Sheffy. And now Dugan again, 7:05 left in regulation. Dugan deep 2 near side of the back iron, no good. Up a deflection, Majors with a rebound for Belle Vernon running back. Majors coming far wing and in, he gets fouled. Might be the fourth on Sheffy.
It is going to be the fourth on Sheffy. Sheffy went for the block and just kind of came down on the arm of Majors. Majors showing a lot of speed. Great job there to get to the basket. So he's going to go to the foul line where he's 0 for 2 here tonight.
See if the Red Raiders ride Sheffy with 6:55 to play. Maybe just bring in Coffee here for a quick spell.
Yep.
Majors missed his last 2 free throw attempts. First of 2 here good.
Majors 6 on the night so far.
52-51 Leps. 6:55 left here in the fourth. Majors second of 2 on the way and good again. So Elijah Majors, 5 of his 7 points coming here in the second half. Leps lead by 2. Ellsworth in the backcourt goes cross-court far side and across to Dugan. Dugan coming far baseline, pulls up, a little slip there, regains. High feed to Ellsworth. Resets here high on the right. Little operating room with Curtis Wade looking Ellsworth down. Ellsworth still up top. Ellsworth lost the handle, regains. Ellsworth now to the basket, over to Fitzgerald, comes near baseline, leans and misses, and the ball off of a little deflection there. Nolan Baker able to rip it away from Curtis Wade, and Baker, his first 2 points since the opening quarter, have this game knotted back up at 53.
Baker just does the grunt work underneath. Great job.
Back in the corner, Curtis Wade for 3 in the lead, back and he hits it. Curtis Wade with an even 20 in this game. And Belle Vernon leads by 3 at 56-53. 6:03 left here in the fourth. Ellsworth another 3 looking for an answer back off the mark. Fitzgerald going for the rebound, scores on the putback, and boy, that was a tough rebound, Tone.
That was a tough rebound, but an aggressive rebound and way to take it right back up with the hops. Good job by Fitzgerald.
Red Raiders down 1 at 56-55, 5:44 left here in the fourth. Doherty down low, little ball fake. Doherty staying with it, pivots back, Wade 3 on the way, good. He had Baker in his face, but drained another one. Curdy Wade 7 here in the fourth, and has 23 for the game. Leps back up 4 at 59-55. 5:25 left here in the fourth. Here's Dugan in a little trouble. Dugan getting out of it. And a foul called here on the Leopards. Wow.
They're going to call it on Janko. I thought that was going to be a charge against Dugan. They're going to call it on Janko, though, with the body. Wow.
That was a tough one.
Ooh, that's a real tough one. And that's his fourth.
Number 34.
Wow. Yeah, not so sure I agree with that one.
They have Jenko with 4 on the Belle Vernon side, Sheffy with 4 on the Uniontown side. 5:19 left here in the fourth. And it's the Leopards by 4 over Uniontown at 59-55.
Francia is going to check in now for Jenko.
Off the inbounds pass goes to Fitzgerald, the big guy. Hands off to Ellsworth. Might have been a foul there on Galani, not called as Ellsworth fires, misses there on the 3. Sheffy the rebound, back to Ellsworth. Hard pass
Good
down
pass.
low, and the basket in 1 for Nolan Baker. So Baker in double figures with 10 can make it 11 here at the free throw line. Uniontown back to within 2, down 59-57.
That's going to be on Majors. And a beautiful look there by Ellsworth. It drew the defense out. They were expecting him to take the shot. Looked underneath and found Nolan Baker with a beautiful entry pass. And Baker able to convert and possibly make a 3-point play.
Nolan Baker, the middle quarters were quiet for him tonight, Tony. But coming alive here in the fourth and drains a free throw to give him 11 for the game and pull Uniontown back to within 1 at 59-58. Elijah Majors back up top, feeds it off to his left to Curtis Wade. He is a hot hand right now for Belle Vernon. Over to Galani, who is 18 in this contest. Now Wade again. Wade coming near baseline, leaning and missing. Ball loose underneath on the backside. Found there by Galani. Sent it off to Jenko, had it swatted underneath. Jenko getting it back, and this time sending it over Fitzgerald and up and in. Jenko with 6. The Leopards lead back up to 3. And you're going to get a blocking foul call there on Galani as Dugan tiptoed the far boundary.
Well, Dugan was trying to go on the sideline there, and Galani just tried to body him out of bounds there a little bit, and he's going to get called for his second. So Baker now checking out, and Chase White going to check in now for Uniontown. Baker having a good first quarter and fourth quarter here so far, but got to give him credit for doing all the work underneath and all the boards he's grabbed so
White
far tonight.
Backcourt to Dugan, back over to Ellsworth, fronted there by Majors. Ellsworth stays with it now near side. Touch again from White over to Dugan. Ball fake on the three to Sheffy. He's open far wing. His line drive three, no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Fitzgerald finds it. Try to get it back to Sheffy. And they're going to send off of Sheffy it out. He thought he had it poked out of his hands.
Well, good look there by Fitzgerald to find Sheffy cutting down the lane. And a good pass, but Sheffy just couldn't handle it. So give Fitzgerald credit.
So Belle Vernon the basketball back, leading by 3 at 61-58. 4:08 left here in the fourth as Elijah Majors brings it back across. Quiets the crowd down a little bit as the Leopards operate here in the Uniontown zone. Jenko from the elbow comes inside. Tough shot around Sheffy. Never got it to the basket. Galani was trying to throw it off a Red Raider and just threw it right back into play. And Dugan says, thank you very much in the corner. Ellsworth for three. And the tie. He has it. Three-ball corner pocket, Isaac Ellsworth. A 24-point game for Ellsworth. He has now hit Tony in this game. Seven threes.
7 threes is right.
We're knotted up at 61. 3:32 to play. Back near side again to Wade. Wade on the inside. Tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Belle Vernon here in the Uniontown zone.
Gonna say Sheffy knocked it out of bounds as he and Wade fought for it. And we're going to have a timeout.
We'll take it as well. 3:26 left here in the fourth. Knotted up at 61. And we're back in 60 here on the Ciaparana Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Prime Rosak, Tony Hinola back here at Belle Vernon High School. Knotted up at 61, Tony, as we come right down the stretch.
Well, we said that's exactly what we expected, Brian. Great basketball game, especially, as you said, a little warm-up for the Steelers. But I got news for you. I'd rather see this game go into overtime before we go home to watch the Steelers.
I think we're probably taking a couple of views away from the Steeler game tonight with the way this one is going here in the final 3:24. Out in front, Doherty. Tough little baby hooker and get it to go. Got his own rebound. Able to float it back up and in. So Dane Doherty with 6. Belle Vernon back up 2 at 63-61 with 3:12 left here in the fourth. Ellsworth with 3 in the lead. Back. Has it. That's now 8 made threes. He's 2 away from his own Uniontown record, Tony.
I'll tell you what. It was cold in the first quarter, but has heated up since then.
He has 27 points. Uniontown leads by 1 at 64-63. And now a foul called here. And they're going to get that on Chase White.
Yep. Coach K just kind of throwing up his arms. Not much he can do there, but White's going to pick up his second.
And Jenko now will trigger it in. Into Wade, watched there by White, down to Doherty. Up top again to Majors. Majors near elbow. Jumper too strong off the back iron. Jenko rips it away from Sheffy, comes back inside and draws the foul. So 2 free throws upcoming here for Cam Jenko. The Uniontown foul will get posted here on Fitzgerald.
Well, yeah, fortunately, because you surely don't want to see Sheffy pick up his 5th, which that would have been, but good job there by Fitzgerald. He went for the block, just couldn't get it. And Jenko now going to go to the line. Jenko only a 60% free throw shooter, 12 for 20 on the year, and make it 12 for 21, misses the first.
And Tony with 27 points in this game. Isaac Ellsworth now sets a new individual scoring record for Uniontown on December the 15th. The most points a Red Raider player has ever scored on this date in history. 27, surpassing a record that was held by Cecil Conley, Bill Emmett, and Chris Palumbo. Second of 2 free throws. Good there for Jenko. And this game tied at 64 now. as Nolan Baker comes back, flips it back, edge of the zone to Dugan. Now a Uniontown timeout. 2:39 to play. This game tied at 64. Another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. High school basketball here on the WMBS YouTube page. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Hello, this is Gary Frankhauser of the law firm of Davis & Davis. One of the most important investments that one can make is the purchase of their home. We at Davis & Davis have vast experience in handling all aspects of these transactions, including the review of contracts, the title examinations, and finalizing all aspects of the closing process to make sure our clients have a smooth and hassle-free experience. If you'd like our help in these transactions, please contact us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799.
Brian Morozak and Tony Hinoa back here at Belle Vernon High School. 2:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Game tied up at 64 as Cam Dugan brings it back across here for Uniontown. Dugan in the lane, shot left hand, no good. Fitzgerald going to the rebound, gets it to go on a put back. Peyton Fitzgerald. He has 6 here in the fourth, 8 for the game. All of his points here, Tony, coming in the second half. Now Uniontown up 66-64. Galani for Belle Vernon ties things back up. Luca Galani, his first 2 of the fourth, but he has 20 for the game.
Well, you got to hope that this is like a coming out game for Fitzgerald, because right now he looks extremely good underneath the hoop.
It was quiet in the first half, but certainly has come to play here in the second half. So he approached the 2-minute mark. This game tied at 66. Uniontown and Belle Vernon. Dugan. Nice little handoff. Sheffy wide open ear block. Lays it up and in. First 2 points of the game, Tony, for Sheffy.
Yeah, but what a good look by Dugan. Just drew the defense to him. Found Sheffy wide open underneath.
Majors kick in the corner again. Curtis Wade. Might have been a carry, not called. Comes inside to Jenko and he draws the foul.
And that's going to be it on Sheffy, I think.
No, they called it there on Baker.
That's fortunate.
Uniontown will take it. Third personal on Baker.
Third personal on Baker. Going to send Jenko to the line. He's 1 for 2. 5 points on the night.
First of 2 here on the way and good for Cam Jenko. So 8 for Jenko. 68-67. Uniontown 1:39 to play.
Yeah, we're seeing a great basketball game here, Brian.
Always seem to get contests going right down to the wire when Belle Vernon and Uniontown get together. Second free throw, good for Jenko. Remember last year the Leps won by 1 at Uniontown. We're knotted up at 68 here with 1:34 to play. Dugan up top. Near side Ellsworth, a 3 in the lead back. Oh, I thought he was going to get it, Tony. Just would not drop. Jenko the rebound. That was a good look.
Yeah, it was a good look. Just caught a little front rim. I think he thought he made it as well.
Majors now back across for Belle Vernon. Majors near elbow. Jumper no good. Fitzgerald another rebound for Uniontown. Off to Dugan as we approach the 1-minute mark. 1:08 left here in the fourth. Buckle up. We're tied at 68. Dugan back across. Watch there by Majors. Dugan on the near side. Switch back with Ellsworth. Watch there by Majors. Ellsworth a little ball fake. Able to get out of it. Dugan in the corner was hit. And he'll have 3 free throws upcoming. Shot attempt was no good, but he was fouled by Galani. That'll be his third. And the Red Raiders an opportunity to take a late lead here in the final minute.
His third.
Well, Dugan.
With Dugan heading to the free throw line.
You're right, looking for his first points here in the fourth quarter. He's got 16 on the game. And he's going to get 3 here, 48.9 to go.
Dugan came in 12 of 15 for the season. First of 3 here, good. Dugan now 3 of 5 in this game from the free throw line.
Had a little back rim action.
Yes.
And just got the shooter's roll.
There's oh no, yes is on a free throw. Dugan second of 3, no good. The Uniontown still leads by 1 at 69-68.
Now Chase White going to come in, maybe for defensive purposes, on Nolan Baker.
Last year when these two teams played, it was 56-55. Belle Vernon at Uniontown High School. Dugan third of 3. He's hit 1 of 2 so far, make it 2 of 3. He drains the third. 18 points for Cam Dugan. 2-point Uniontown lead. 47 seconds to play. Curdy Wade coming back far wing and in, and he'll get fouled and head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, maybe not a bad thing to send him to the foul line. He's 2 for 3 here tonight, but as we said, only a 53% foul shooter.
Yeah, make him earn it.
That foul's going to be on Chase White. That's going to be his third. But as we said, going to send Wade to the line. Wade, 23 on the night.
First of 2 here on the way and good for Curtis Wade. Wade, a 24-point game for Belle Vernon. Leps back to within 1 at 70-69.
And has done a fantastic job not to pick up that 4th foul.
Second of 2, good. And he ties the game at 70 with 40 seconds left here in the 4th.
Do you hold for the last shot?
Dugan over to Ellsworth. If you do that, though, tell you the worst that happens is you go to overtime.
Exactly.
Ellsworth with Wade in his face, and we're down to 25 seconds left here in the 4th. And Ellsworth has hit 8 threes in this game. Had the count on him. Again, Wade watching Ellsworth, 15 seconds left, timeout, Uniontown bench. He was in the flow. I think they were worried about the 5 seconds closely guarded there in that situation.
That was interesting there. I mean, he really hadn't moved without it at all. But fortunately, they did not call 5 seconds.
We'll take a quick 30-second timeout here on the C. Harper Group High School Sports Night, high school basketball here on WMBS.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish the very best to all our local hoops teams this season and remind everyone that our team of board-certified specialists are highly committed to provide the highest quality of care for any and all gastrointestinal and liver problems. Call us at 724-437-7677.
Brian Morozak, Tony Anola back here at Belle Vernon High School. This game tied up at 70. Uniontown with the basketball. Final couple of seconds here, Tom. Of regulation, at least.
I was going to say, maybe I'm going to get my wish. We're going to see some extra basketball.
Jace White to trigger it in here for Uniontown. 14.6 left on the clock. White in the backcourt here to Cam Dugan. Dugan back across, 10 seconds left. Watch there by Majors. Dugan spins off of him, down to 6 seconds left. Dugan coming near baseline. Dugan floater, no good. And the Leps find a loose ball from 3/4 court off the glass, no good. Elijah Majors, and you got your wish, Tony. We're headed to overtime, tied at 70. Uniontown and Belle Vernon. Stay tuned for the overtime session here on the C. Harper Group High School Sports Night on WMBS.
For a dentist, Dr.
probably
Michael
ready to
George
kill me.
and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Back here for the overtime session. 4 minutes on the clock. Remember, Laurel Highlands played an overtime game, Tony, earlier this year, and they only had 3 minutes on the clock. But 4 minutes is the PIAA rule. Not sure why they did that for the Mustang game earlier this year, but we do have 4 minutes on the scoreboard clock.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I didn't know that rule changed either, Brian.
Oh, it didn't, because we have 4 minutes on the clock here, and Sheffy will jump against Dane Doherty. Game tied at 70, started the first overtime, and that ball will get tipped here on the near side by Doherty, and a good save from Elijah Majors. Belle Vernon works right to left as we describe it here in the first overtime. Curtis Wade now posting up, back to Luca Galani. Galani a little fumble, resets there again to Majors, watched by Ellsworth. The Doherty for three in the lead, off the side of the rim, no good. Belle Vernon the rebound, Wade back to Doherty, handoff near side. Unable to finish there was Jenko. Ball still loose, Jenko got the rebound back and got swatted by Fitzgerald. That should be a push there on Galani.
Wow. How does he get away with that? Wow.
They called it out of bounds off of Uniontown and no push call there. That's absolutely unbelievable.
That
they do
was
not call that.
unbelievable, is right. Jeez, whiz.
Majors off the inbounds pass. Another block from Fitzgerald. And Baker out of the pack when it goes back to Steve's old saying on the court streets of New Jersey, the ball never lies.
Ball never lies.
Yes.
Correct.
So the Red Raiders get it back here in the overtime session. 3:11 left in the first overtime. Ellsworth up top looking for his ninth three of the game, and he has it! Isaac Ellsworth, a 30-point game for Uniontown. 9 made threes. Now his 19 threes on the season, and Uniontown leads by 3. Driving back, Curdy Wade, quick 2. Wade with 27. This has been a classic tonight. 73-72 Uniontown. 2:48 left here in the first overtime.
Well.
Dugan coming back for the Red Raiders in the corner to Fitzgerald. That's not his shot. He knows it. Resets there to Sheffy. Back to Ellsworth. Looking to tie his own school record of 10 made threes in a game. This time he's coming on the inside. We'll let Baker have a crack at it. Missed there on the 3-ball. Doherty the rebound. He was fouled by Fitzgerald. That'll be just his second personal. And Uniontown is over the limit here in the fourth and overtime, so Belle Vernon went to the free throw line.
Yeah, Fitzgerald caught the worst of that. Actually caught a shot in the face, but he got called for his second foul, and it's going to send Doherty to the line. Doherty, first trip to the line here tonight, only a 67% free throw shooter.
6 points in this game, 3 field goals for Doherty so far. First of 2 free throws here, good. That ties the game back up at 73.
Pretty nice touch there by the big fella.
Now White in for Baker on the Uniontown side.
And I don't know if he's going, I guess he must be going offense deep. I'm not sure why. Taking Baker out and putting White in. But
second of 2 free throws, no good there from Doherty, and Belle Vernon gets the offensive rebound. Jenko finds it back to Doherty in the lane. Over right of the lane now to Galani. Missed there on a floater. And another rebound, this time from Wade. And Wade able to put it up and in. Wade just fighting down on the baseline, getting that ball back and giving Belle Vernon the lead back at 75-73. Ellsworth to tie his own school record. Missed on that 3, and Doherty the rebound.
Now he had a good look. Maybe just about 6 inches out too far, and they're going to be a timeout here by Belle Vernon.
Timeout, Belle Vernon will take it as well. Our final timeout here in the overtime session. 75-73 Ellipse. We're back in 30 here on the C.R. Brown Group High School Sports Tonight.
WNBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Belle Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Brian Morozek, Tony Hanola back here at Belle Vernon High School. 75-73, Belle Vernon leads. 1:57 left here in the first overtime.
Crowd's into it, and as we said, Brian, great crowd here tonight. And they're seeing a great basketball game.
Cam Jenko to trigger it in here for Belle Vernon. Had some nice competitive games here, Tony.
Yes, we
have.
have.
The first couple of weeks of the high school basketball season. It's been a lot of fun. Another one not disappointing here at Belle Vernon here today. Doherty over to Galani. Galani out in front, a little pivot, turn and shoots. Can't get it to go. And somehow Jenko ripping away that rebound from Sheffy, and Sheffy is fouled out.
Yeah, that's going to be it on Sheffy. They fought for that rebound. So with 1:38 to go, he's going to foul out in the overtime session.
Scored just 2 points. They came in the fourth quarter. He'll send Jenko back to the line with Belle Vernon leading by 2.
Jenko 3 for 4 from the foul line here in this game. He's got 9. And looking to extend his lead to 3. Baker going to check back in for Uniontown.
Remember, Jenko sitting on 4 fouls as well.
Right.
Jenko will get 2 here. First of 2 free throws, good for Cam Jenko. And the Belle Vernon lead now at 3 at 76-73. Got a lot of time left, 1:38 left here in the first overtime. Jenko, second of two. Too strong off the back. Iron Fitzgerald, the rebound there for Uniontown. Just got wrestled down. Galani thinks he's playing down at Acrisure tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say. I always like the look whenever they didn't think they did anything wrong. It's just one of those things. But Jelani's going to pick up his fourth.
You know, free throws being shot down the other side here with Peyton Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald 10 of 16 at the free throw line this season.
Well, like I said, this might be the breakout game for Fitzgerald here tonight. I'm extremely impressed by his job on the boards, putting back a bunch of offensive rebounds. Going to miss the first.
A tough miss there. Lead stays at 3 for Belle Vernon. It's 76-73.
Well, shot and a foul, and let's see what happens.
Second of 2 from Fitzgerald. Good. Uniontown back to within 2. 9 for Fitzgerald. Here's Wade out of his own zone. Curdy Wade, far wing and in. Tough shot, leans and scores. What a game Wade's had, Tony. 31 for Curdy Wade. 78-74 Belle Vernon.
Yeah, 31 for him. Here's Ellsworth. Thought he was going to take that.
Ellsworth here right of the lane in the corner. It's going to be Baker shooting the 3, and Baker makes the 3. Rattling it home. Nolan Baker has hit 3 threes in this game. He has 14 points, and Uniontown back to within 1, Tony, down 78-77.
Full timeout.
Just a fantastic basketball game, Brian.
As we come down the stretch, this is a full timeout here on the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than t-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team. The excitement you have for your event or cause. And that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom t-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
Back here at Belle Vernon High School, there's Mookie John and Kenny Musco doing such a great job over there at Uniontown Printing Press. Of course, Mookie played his high school ball back in the 1990s. Actually, same class as me, Tony, class of 97 at Laurel Highlands, but he wears that U-cap around town now.
Yes, he does. Well, and right now, he's pulling for the U. Down a point with 1:11 to go.
It's Belle Vernon basketball as Cam Jenko will work it in here to Curdy Wade. And Wade 31 in this game for Belle Vernon. Wade taking it right to the rack, got fouled there by Dugan, and Wade's hurt. Wade is hurt. That was a hard foul there from Dugan, and Wade might have landed right in between and right below where that padding is.
Caught his elbow right on the ground as he came down.
Second foul on Cam Dugan. And Wade, after he regroups, and he seems all right now. Just might be a little sore tonight or tomorrow morning. And both these teams play again tomorrow. Belle Vernon at Yock. Uniontown will host Greater Latrobe. Both those are conference games. First of 2 free throws, no good here for Curdy Wade.
That's a big miss. Wade, as you said, Brian, 31 points on the night.
That'd be a quick refocus for both of these schools tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wade, second of 2 free throws, good. So 32 for Curtis Wade. Belle Vernon leads by 2 at 79-77 as we go under a minute left here in the first overtime. Cam Dugan now for Uniontown. Back to Ellsworth. Ellsworth has hit 9 threes in this game. 10 is the Uniontown school record. He's looking for it here, and is too strong. Missed their wide right. Yet Baker going for the save. Did the Leps touch the ball?
No.
They did not.
I'll tell you what, Galani's got away with a couple body shots here in this overtime session, but Uniontown now looking for a turnover.
Inbounds pass going to Majors, try to bounce it forward. What do we got here at midcourt?
I think they're going to call a foul on Chase White, or no?
Fitzgerald.
Wow.
His third.
Foul number 14, Fitzgerald. Third.
So a 2-point game. Majors going to the free throw line where he's 2 of 4 so far in this game.
Majors held under his season average at 12, only 7 points here tonight.
He's a 54% free throw shooter for the season coming in as well. Majors first of 2 here, good. On a friendly roll there, he's at his last 3. at the free throw line. The law of averages here says Tony's going to miss. The Red Raiders down 3. They need a miss here to keep this a one-possession game. Second of 2 on the way, but good. Majors clutch here down the stretch. Has hit 4 straight at the free throw line. And Coach Ricky Tyberski wants a timeout with Belle Vernon up 4, and we'll step aside as well here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
You need notary services? Trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
4-point game here, Tony. Belle Vernon 81, Uniontown 77. Red Raiders, though, not done. Still a lot of time left. 41.7 left here in the first overtime.
He'll come down, make it 2, get a steal, tie it up.
And on the Belle Vernon side, you have Curtis Wade with 32. Isaac Ellsworth has scored 30 for Uniontown. He's at 9 threes, one shy of a Uniontown school record that he owns.
I'll tell you what, boy, he was hot. After that first quarter, he couldn't make any shots at all in that first quarter.
Having a little scoreboard issue. Not sure what this is all about. 41 seconds left here in the first overtime at Uniontown basketball. They're working left to right as we describe it.
I think they're looking possession arrow, I think.
It hasn't changed in a while, though. We haven't had any held balls, at least the last couple minutes of game time. Of course, could be big here late. I'm not sure if they're doing a little game review or what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
Now they're trying to reset the clock, maybe. Might put a little more time left here for Uniontown.
I think he said a full 48. I couldn't. It might be.
53.2 left. Probably couldn't figure out how to set it, so they just had to run it down. Well, it's still rolling.
41.8, right?
He's trying to get
42.9, okay.
I don't think Coach K agrees with it.
Yeah.
Joe, 42.9 according to the scoreboard clock, and Cam Dugan working in here for Uniontown. Into Whites, trying to get around Majors. Bounces it 4 to Ellsworth, a little collision, and Curdy Wade finds the loose ball there for Belle Vernon, and Wade fouled in the backcourt by Nolan Baker. Wasn't a good sequence there for Uniontown off the inbounds pass.
Not at all. Just a little out of control there. And they're going to call that foul. Is that on White? Or I'm sorry, on Nolan Baker.
Nolan Baker, his 4th.
Yep.
Number 5.
And Anthony Sheffy has already fouled out, just 2 points. Fouled out at the 1:38 mark of overtime. And Curtis Wade, 32 points for Belle Vernon. Trying to add another to his point total tonight. He misses the first of 2 here. It's a big free throw miss. Still giving Uniontown some life with 35 seconds left.
Yeah, it's still a 2-possession game any way you look at it, whether he makes this or not.
Wade, second of 2. No good again. Need a rebound here if you're Uniontown, and they're not going to get it. It was picked up out in front there by Jenko. Missed a bunny. Belle Vernon, 3rd attempt on the possession. Another miss there from Majors, and Dugan out of the pack with it here for Uniontown. Need to settle down. Uniontown down 4, and now a Belle Vernon foul as Majors fouls Dugan. What was he doing there, Tony? You don't want to do that if you're Belle Vernon.
Well,
that's the 5th for Majors, too.
Here's the thing. Why you got the rebound after a missed foul shot? Why you shoot?
Yeah, pull it back out.
Yeah,
you're up 4.
Kick it out. You're up 4 points no matter what. You had Jenko put it back up. Then you had Wade throw it back. It's like, get the ball out and run the rest of the time or draw another foul.
And Dugan has scored 18 tonight for Uniontown. He's at the free throw line. Red Raiders down 4, 22 seconds left here in the first overtime. Dugan, first of 2 free throws, no good. Belle Vernon lead remains at 4.
Well, make this, set up a press, hopefully get a turnover.
Dugan, second of 2. And again, no good, and Belle Vernon pulling down the rebound there with Doherty. We get a quick Uniontown foul with 19.7 left.
Uniontown,
Yeah.
number 5, Baker.
And that would be the fifth
Baker's
on Nolan
fifth.
Baker.
Yep.
So he'll foul out with 19.7 left here in the first overtime with 14 points.
Yep, had 14.
Doherty to shoot 2.
Play starting to clear out, but still not done.
Yeah, they're trying to get home to watch the Steelers, I guess.
Doherty, first of 2 free throws, good 8-point game from Doherty. Stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by Davis & Davis, attorneys that law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. Doherty, second of 2 free throws, good again. Be tough for Uniontown now. Down 6 at 83-77. 15 seconds left. White back to Dugan. They need this 3. It's an air ball. Goes right to Curtis Wade. That'll just about do it as Curtis Wade dribbles back across center with 4 seconds left. And he'll show some good sportsmanship here, just pulling it out. And the Belle Vernon Leopards survive an overtime scare from Uniontown. Leopards win it in overtime, 83-77 over the Uniontown Red Raiders. Again, our post-game show being brought to you by Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. Tony will have our post-game stats. They're courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, where the Belle Vernon Leopards have improved to 4-3 overall. They remain 1-0 in Section 3 4A play. The loss snaps Uniontown's 3-game winning streak. They drop to 3-2. Again, the Red Raiders will host Greater Latrobe tomorrow, while Belle Vernon will travel to Yacht to take on the Cougars. Both of those conference games for both the Red Raiders and the Leopards coming up tomorrow. But again, tonight, the story, another classic here at Belle Vernon High School. It seems like it's close right down to the wire every time the Leopards and the Red Raiders play. Last year it was Belle Vernon pulling out a 1-point regulation win. This one goes into overtime, and the Leps here at home get the best of the Uniontown Red Raiders. And Tony Anula's here to recap all the final numbers for you.
Well, hold on. Give me a second, Brad.
All right. By the way, I'll let you know while Tony's doing that, we're on the air tomorrow with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6:15. Opening tip of the Uniontown Greater Latrobe game set for 7 o'clock at Uniontown High School. We'll also have coverage on the WMBS Facebook page of Laurel Highlands at Gateway. We'll join that Laurel Highlands Gateway game on the radio once the Uniontown game wraps up. TJ DeStefano and Gary Frankhauser will have the call of the Uniontown game against Greater Latrobe. Steve Superk's going to join me tomorrow night up at Gateway for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, against the Gateway Gators. I think Tony's ready for the final stats.
Ready to rock and roll,
First Federal
Brian.
Savings Loan Association of Greene County.
Yeah, as you said, Belle Vernon's going to improve to 4-3 overall. They were led tonight by Curtis Wade, who had 32 points, 18 of those coming in the third and fourth quarters, and it's 7 in that overtime session. He was followed by Luca Gelani, who had 20 points. He had 4 made threes on the night. 10 points from Cam Janko, 9 points from Dane Doherty, and 9 points from Elijah Majors before he fouled out. 3 points from Vincenzo Francia, and all of those were in the first half. 17 in the first, 8 in the second, 25 in the third, 20 in the fourth, and 13 points in the overtime for Belle Vernon. They were 17 for 27 from the foul line. They had 8 made threes, 4 of those by Galani, 3 by Curtis Wade, and 1 by Elijah Majors. On the other side for the Uniontown Red Raiders, they were led by Isaac Ellsworth, who had 30 points, 9 of those on three-pointers. He was followed by 18 points from Cam Dugan, 14 points from Nolan Baker, 9 from Peyton Fitzgerald, who played an excellent game. Chase White with 4 points and a made basket by Anthony Sheffy. They scored 12 in the first, 17 in the second, 20 in the third, and 21 in the fourth, including 7 in the overtime session for their total of 77. They were 8 for 15 from the foul line, 13 made threes in the game, as we mentioned, 9 by Isaac Ellsworth, 3 by Nolan Baker, and 1 by Cam Dugan.
Tony, another classic here at Belle Vernon tonight. Certainly a lot of fun.
Everything we expected, Brian. We said it was going to be a close game, and we said it was going to be a single-digit win, and it's exactly what you called.
So the Leps knock off the Uniontown Red Raiders 83-77. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Tony Hinola. Carl Childs behind the camera on our YouTube live video feed. This is Brian Morozek. Have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score tonight, Belle Vernon 83 and Uniontown 77 in overtime. So, everybody.